Hello, welcome back to episode 3 of Full Court Press. I'm Brian Levine.
I'm Logan Bramley.
I'm Joe Furbush.
I'm Ben Wickline.
And I'm Iweka.
And we had some pretty good rec games this weekend. We were all there. We all watched. It was a very competitive week. And great week one. A lot of energy. The atmosphere was great. So we're going to go through the scores. We're going to give you our Dog of the Week winner, our Underclassman of the Week winner, and then we'll get into next week's games a little bit. So starting off, we had Matt D versus Grasso with the final score of Matt D 53, defeating Team Grasso 48. And actually, this game is actually a lot closer than I thought it was, now that I'm looking at it.
I agree.
That's true.
It was a 5-point game. But I feel like, say what you're going to say.
Dylan for Matt D, 22 points.
Yeah.
I mean, undeniable. Yvonne with 11 points. The dynamic duo, I know, just working really well, like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. And we had, that was really most of their scoring. Yvonne and Dylan, we had a couple other guys, support the team's totals. But I think this is showing that this might be I think of week one, this was the biggest 1-2 punch around the league. Mm-hmm. Like, you had two guys in double figures, and you had one guy above 20 points. And, everybody else on the team, I'm seeing a little bit. Will McCullough, he was telling me he had 1 point. But he said he didn't want to contribute on points. He said his role is to go out and is to dominate the boards and dominate the assists. And I can tell you right now that he did in this game. I think he was dishing out to Yvonne and Dylan.
That's nice.
He was grabbing every rebound that he could find. And that's that big three energy I was talking about earlier in the season. This is a big three. You got Dylan from the game, who seems to be the number one with 22 points. He's probably this team's first option.
In the league.
I think that was the highest.
That was the highest.
Highest in the league. So Dylan's coming out scoring 22. And then you got Yvonne, who, once the defense starts gravitating towards Dylan, then Yvonne can get into a shot. And then you got Sniper Willie carrying it up the rear, doing the dirty work. So.
Calvin as well.
Yeah,
Calvin. A few points.
Yep.
Couple rebounds from him.
This is interesting because Yvonne and Dylan, this is both their first year in rec, and they're standing out already. So
making a name for themselves.
Yeah.
All right, so our next game was Team Bouchard versus Team Mike D. What'd you say?
No.
Oh, okay, so Team Bouchard versus Team Mike D. Bouchard at 37 points to Mike D's 20 points. And I watched a lot of this game, and I think I think the score makes it seem like it wasn't as close of a game as it actually was. So I think at the end of the first quarter, it was 5-3, and I think at the end of the first half, it was 10-7 or something crazy like that.
Wow.
For Mike D, Alex Donovan coming up with 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals. I think he either hit 1 or 2 threes, I don't know, but Sam Nelson had 3 blocks.
Nah, that's nice.
He had 3 blocks. Very good.
Big defensive
presence. Yeah.
Obviously, Alex Lombre, a lot of his points, he had 5 rebounds, 5 points. Got you a steal, got you a block. Most of that coming in the fourth quarter, by the way. So,
yeah.
That's all you can ask in a players.
Yeah.
Can you play all 4 quarters? I think Alex Lombre is one of the guys you can rely on to play all 4 quarters.
Christian De Silva for Bouchard dropping 13. I heard he was taking a lot of shots, but 13, not bad.
13 points. Young Smith came in with 7 points, 7 rebounds.
A block and a steal.
Greg Bouchard had 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Tristan Burris coming in with 10 rebounds.
Man.
10 rebounds is pretty good. He had 5 points off 2 and 1s, where he made 1 free throw and missed the other one.
Looked like they had a lot of people getting involved for this game.
Yeah, this team I think is a very complete team. I think one thing, we've been talking about Bouchard a lot in the 2 preseason episodes, and I think it's because you look at this team and they really showed us why they're such a complete team and why they're such a threat.
I think for this Mike D team, you're going to need Alex Donovan to make more of his shots. He was talking to me. He said he didn't have the best game. I think he went 3 for 13 shooting. Yeah. So I think if he comes out and can put the ball in the basket, I think this team will be all set.
Yeah, I was hearing they have some good defense over there. Jackson Kelly's a great defender. If we can see Nolan Lavery show up to the game, then I think
definitely
maybe we'll see some
physicality
better.
In there.
Yeah,
We'll
see.
Happen.
All right, so our next game was Team Hightower versus Team Bramley, and Team Hightower won 35-24.
Hey, you want the Bramley guys? You want to?
Yeah, you guys want to talk about this game? You kind of just want to put it behind you, or
honestly, I'm not worried. Nothing really went well for that game. Nobody played well. Like we'll be good. We scrimmaged
Yeah.
Team Breen and we were fine. Like we'll grow. We'll move forward.
bounce
We're good.
back.
What's
Guys,
the mindset's
it's all
just
about
bouncing
it's all
back.
about bouncing
We
back.
got to bounce back. That was not our game. We didn't come out and play our game. I think offensively and defensively, we weren't getting the calls we wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be back though.
I mean, just a couple of things. I don't know. I didn't watch this game. I was watching the other game. I know ND saw it. But when you got how many? Just a question. I know you guys have played basketball before, but have you guys ever played like basketball with anybody else on this team before this season?
I've played with Javier and Meebum once, but that was a while ago.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's all just week one. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the first
I'm not
week.
worried,
You
yeah.
can't really
Yeah.
judge the entire season off 1 week. For
I mean,
most
everyone's
teams,
still getting used to each other. A lot
Yeah.
of new people.
I know I was just talking about you guys for example, but that's because you're just on my left. I mean, most teams this is the first game that this team has that all teams have played with each other. So again, I don't think that any win or loss this week
Doesn't
will determine.
determine
It's not going to
anything.
determine
Yeah.
the entire season.
Yeah.
But some notable players for Team Hightower: Amon Prakash had 15 points and 4 rebounds. Jake Hightower 5 points, 4 rebounds. One of their, big injury, Harsh.
Oh, Harsh rolled his ankle.
Harsh rolled his ankle. I saw him walking
around
with
with
crutches.
crutches.
Yeah, that's on me.
Walking in crutches down the halls. Will Johnson 3 points, 7 rebounds, and so pretty good team win for Hightower. Sorry for Team Bramley. Sorry guys, but
We'll
again,
be
it's
back,
all about
though. We'll
bouncing
be
back.
back.
Yep.
So our next game after that was Team Friedberg versus Team Calderoni. Wick, I'm gonna let you talk about this one because obviously
So final score, what was it? 17 to 34?
34-17
Yeah.
Friedberg.
Okay, it was 20 to 3 at halftime. I'll let you sit with that. I didn't lie to you boys when I said we were a defensive presence. 3 points at halftime, and second half, we were just trying to dish out the ball to everyone, get little hoops all over the team. But this team, it was fun. It was a really fun game to play on our side. Everybody getting involved, even if you didn't have points, say, you were still getting rebounds, assists, steals.
Yeah.
Everybody, just great team.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about this game, everybody scored except one guy, and Ian Tyler was the only one that didn't score. But he didn't let him affect him because he still hauled in 11 rebounds.
Come on.
11 rebounds.
I mean, that's
just
the grit
effort.
you like to see in someone. They're
Exactly.
not having a good day shooting the ball. What? I think he was like 0 for 12 maybe. I don't know. But he did not give up. He got 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
Not giving up on himself, not giving up on his team, just putting everything
Yeah.
on the floor.
One thing that I'm going to mention, our very own Ben Wickline had 10 points and 15 rebounds, double-double.
Well done.
3 steals and 2 blocks. Ben played a pretty good game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Ben Estefan, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I would have liked to see Ben pass the ball a little bit more. I know he was like, I was talking to him after the game. He was like, "Don't go on to the podcast and talk about how I didn't pass the ball." But yeah, Ben played a great game. I think out of his first, I think it was 4 for 4 on the first 4 shots he took, and it was crazy. Brendan Payant, 3 steals, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. He played a very good game, and I'll be the first to say it. I kind of doubted Team Friedberg a little bit. I didn't know how well you guys were gonna gel together as a team, but watching you guys play, you definitely got great chemistry, and you got a lot of basketball players on your team.
I mean, yeah, looking at this, we got Ben Estefan and Ben Wickline. Just you two combined, I think,
Yeah,
more points than their entire team. So
I think it's what was it?
Yeah,
They
it
had
is.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
By a margin.
I mean, if Estefan went out and he would have lost by 3 points by himself. If Estefan went out by himself, he would have lost by 3 points.
Just huck it up.
So-
Just throw it up.
I mean, it's tough because Team Calderoni didn't have Will Lake, and that's kind
Yeah,
of their
exactly.
star player.
That's huge for them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think the game.
But I mean,
went
Dan
way
Hung coming in with 6 points.
Yeah,
Dan
and I
was a
mean,
force.
no hate to Dan Hung, but if he's your number 1 ball handler, I mean, not the biggest kid. No offense to him, but
Yeah.
I don't think. it's
One
gonna be
mention,
good.
Braden Lusick had 7 points.
Oh yeah,
for this
Brandon
team.
Big
played
for a
good.
freshman.
Yeah, Braden and Dan Hung both. They had 6 and 7 points.
Nice.
Pretty good.
JDL Phoebus with 1 point.
JDL Phoebus, yep.
I mean, great debut for the kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so our next game was easily probably
Belt of the week.
That was the BTA.
that was belt of the week.
Yeah.
Belt of the week. Tremblay beat Hussein 46-18.
Damn.
I'll tell you what. I was at this game to start. It was actually close. It was close in the first quarter. I think it was like 9-6 or something. I left. I come back and it's like 40-10, and I don't know what I missed. But Tremblay, I don't know what plays he drew up. I don't know what the mindset was, but man, they dialed it.
I mean, yeah. If you want to talk about a complete team, I mean, I can just go right down the line. Only one kid didn't score. So you have Karan Modov with 4, Henry Grandin with 10, Nick Tremblay with 4, Sam Rice with 8, Totson with 10, Dion with 4, Enzo with 3, Ion with 2, and Anish with 1.
Full team effort.
That's a huge team
Impressive,
effort.
very
That's-
impressive.
Totson with a double-double.
Totson with a double-double.
10 rebounds.
I mean, you guys talk about Nick Tremblay. He gave you 8 steals. Dion also gave
Yeah.
you 4 steals in this game.
I think Nick Tremblay is one of the, if not the best defensive player in the league. I mean, he's a very good player. 8 steals, that's pretty
8
good.
steals is a lot of steals.
That's a lot of steals.
That's a lot of steals.
That ties for highest steal total of the week because we had one other player with 8 steals, but we'll get into him when we talk about his game. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say about this game. It was pretty lopsided. But for Hussein, I mean, Nate Schmidt, 11 points. Ryan Wheeler with 6. Ryan Ferrecchio with 1.
And Ryan Frecky got a technical foul in the
He had a
third
technical
quarter.
foul?
He did.
Oh,
You got to feel bad for Nathaniel Schmidt because he's one of the better players in the league, and I don't know. He's
not surrounded with the guys he wants to be around.
I think that
I don't think so at all.
I do think that Nate Schmidt. I don't think he was quite prepared for what was going on. I don't think he was like. I don't really think that he thought. I'm pretty sure he was probably like, okay, I'm gonna have to lead this team, but I think he had to. I don't think he thought that he was gonna have to lead the team to the extent that he's going to if he wants to make a postseason push. But Ryan Wheeler also helped the team.
Looking at Cush's stat line, he was probably on an off day. I mean, Cush is usually a really reliable guy. Get some rebounds, some points.
Yeah.
Yeah, rough game.
What?
Yeah, that's a rough game. I don't really know.
That's
Talk
the
about
belt of the
bouncing
week.
back.
That's belt of the week, 100%.
Yeah.
Putting it there.
You
belt
can't
of
really
the
get
week.
lower than that. So.
Yeah, both of the week, but they're gonna bounce back. We know they are. And then next game was Team Meyer versus Team Bullio. This was a close game. It came down in the final minute, but Bullio pulled away 28-25. So one thing I will mention is I'm just gonna start with Team Meyer because there was a lot that I saw that I liked for this team, even though they fell short. But Maddox Peterson led the team with 6 points, but he also had 4 steals, which was pretty good. And
Yeah,
two
I
of them.
remember he was looking really good.
2 steals came in the last minute when they pressed. He stole it and laid it up for 4 points. So he had 4 points and 2 steals in the last minute of the game. His younger brother Charlie didn't have any points, unfortunately. I think he had a
4
little.
steals?
I think as a freshman he was a little nervous, but I know he's going to be great in this league. He had 4 steals as well, 4 rebounds. So that was 8 steals.
From the Peterson
From
brothers.
the Peterson brothers, which was great. Sawyer Kitchard had 5 steals, and he had probably the nastiest block I saw all day.
He had the snatch.
He had the snatch
Yes.
block. He had the snatch block. I'm not gonna say who went up, but he went up, and Sawyer went up. It was like LeBron. It's something I've never seen before, but it was a snatch block, and I felt bad for the kid shooting it. But unfortunately, this team did fall short.
I think
Team Bullio.
Julio, looking at all these stats, a lot of off days I see here. Hopefully a lot
Hopefully,
of
a
off
lot
days.
of off days. Yeah.
You know, Elliott had a pretty bad off day. Dan Murgic had an off day, but
Yeah.
Josh 9 points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah.
Pretty average.
Elliot, I was talking to Elliot, and he said that, he kind of took a back seat for this game, but he really wants. He's like, you know what? I might have to show up and be the ball handler or the number 1 for this team. So I'm excited to see him play in the upcoming weeks.
I mean, just all these stories about the teams, you know, there's going to be a lot of, like, fuel to the fire for a lot of these teams in the league. You know,
Definitely.
bouncing back is a main theme.
Yeah.
I mean, that we're talking about a lot. And so I hope a lot of teams can make it competitive.
Yeah. And then this brings us to our final game of week 1. It was Breen versus Cormier, and Breen won 46-37. And this is another one of those games where the score does not display how close the game really was. This was a nail biter up until the 4th quarter.
I mean, Breen came in as, like, the number 1 on on our power rankings. And, man, this
I think this put Breen on watch by the entire league. I think
they're definitely on watch. I've seen this team play, and I'm a little unimpressed. I think some of these guys like Will Breen, Patrick Breen, they'll have to step it up. Jack Biddle can't carry the team with
Yeah, 16
Jack- he
rebounds.
had
16
16
rebounds.
steals,
You need other
2
guys
blocks.
to kind of distribute there.
Yeah.
Ty Nelson. Oh, sorry. Will Bream, too. I thought I
Yeah.
saw Ty Nelson at 2 blocks.
Yeah, Ty Nelson had 8 points. Kobe Ehrlich, he had a great game. He had 9 points. Very, very clutch 2 shots in the fourth quarter to keep extending their lead and eventually pull away from Team Cormier.
A lot of steals on this team. I feel
Yeah.
like more than average.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're talking about obviously for Team Cormier, Ryan Pound, he gave you 8 rebounds, 8
Yeah.
Oh,
assists,
yeah.
and 8 steals.
Yeah, Ron Payant played a great game.
They kept it close without Sai Kaza playing in this game.
Yeah,
Cormier is still out with the injury, so.
And then Cormier was a little overlooked by everyone. Noah Melly coming with 2 points, 8 rebounds.
He stepped it up. 12,
Oh, he had 12 points.
Oh, sorry,
12
12
points, 8
points.
rebounds.
Yeah, 12
Huge.
points.
Steal.
Yeah, RF
Bagat gave
Shetty.
you 8 rebounds.
RF Shetty had 8 points. Bagat with a free throw and a
I think
point.
that's Bagat's first.
I heard a
ever-
lot of stuff that he
First ever
First ever
record.
Yeah,
record.
first ever
Actually,
record
his
points.
first ever
Good for
record.
him. Yeah.
Apparently,
And 2
yeah.
blocks.
Sam Fasano going
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
points, 5 rebounds.
Again, to
pretty
the,
good.
to the Sai Kaza
Respect it.
point, I was talking to Sai and he said, you know,
I don't even think that's
he,
that
I mean, I think Sai is he's going to be a strong player in rec. And they lost by what, 9 points, I think?
Yeah.
And, you know, if you talk to Sai, I think he 9 points is. If Sai's averaging 9 points, I think he's going to be upset with himself. I think he wants to come out average 15, 20 points a game, and to do that in rec ball is hard, but he really wants to do it. And if I don't know, if Namish was here, that's
It's a different
that's the difference. But again, Team Breen had
They did come away with the win, though. you
they
know.
did come away with the win.
1-0.
Yeah.
And I will say, through the first 3 quarters, I think the league was really. I think we also had to consider maybe this isn't the number 1 team.
Yeah.
But how they played in the fourth quarter just showed me why they were our number 1 team.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
if they
there's
can
a lot of
play,
grit on this
if they can play how they played in the fourth quarter all game long, then I think the league's gonna have a little bit of a problem. But
I take back my comments. Now that I'm looking at these stats, I think the team's gonna do fine. All these guys are scoring points.
They're all.
which
yeah,
team
they're
are you
all-
talking about?
Will
Breen.
Breen, 7
Oh, yeah,
7
Breen.
points, 5 rebounds,
Patrick
3
Breen,
steals, 2 blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick
That's
Breen
not bad.
cashed a corner 3 too.
He did.
Yeah.
Corner 3,
I can't hate that.
yeah. Notable. One thing I'll say is Team Breen didn't play the strongest first 3 quarters, maybe due to the absence of Finn Walker. He
He's a
wasn't
game
there.
changer.
He
That could
wasn't there
definitely
either.
be it,
He's
yeah.
a game changer. Finn and Namish is kind of like a Kobe and LeBron kind of thing. The two of them go at it. They're both swimmers.
wow.
So yeah. All right. So that was it for week 1 of Rec Ball. Now time to give out our weekly awards. So we're doing Dog of the Week winner and Underclassman of the Week winner. So does anyone want to say one?
Dog of the week winner. We decided we'd go with Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
22 points. It's a dominant opening.
Yeah,
day.
22
Yeah,
points.
that's a lot.
in
That's a
his-
lot.
Yeah.
This is undeniable.
Yeah.
I mean,
In his first
everybody
week
saw
too.
that.
This is his first week, first game of rec basketball. He just jumped right in. He got 22 points. He was snagging rebounds, throwing out dimes to his teammates.
I mean, if you want to talk about like just how much he was feeling it at the end of the first half, he had a half-court buzzer beater.
Really?
He
Did
did.
he really?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he seems pretty relaxed in the league already.
yeah. He seems like he's kind of in a flow state.
Just put that
Yeah,
thing on cruise
definitely.
control.
Yeah.
Just ride it out to the end of the day.
And then our underclassman of the week winner, we had
Kobe Ehrlich.
Kobe Ehrlich.
Yeah.
We were talking about him a little bit earlier, but
Oh, 3 3-pointers.
3 3-pointers, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kobe was definitely. He was a game changer. He hit those 2 clutch threes, as I was talking about earlier, late in the game. And also, he was on Team Breen's press. He was making it very hard for Team Cormier to accurately bring the ball up
Yeah.
past half court.
I
he
mean,
was
he's not afraid to get in your
on-ball
face, not
defender.
afraid to
No,
jump
I mean,
around.
again, Kobe's not the biggest guy out there, but you know what they say. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight of the dog.
Yeah,
So,
he's a good athlete.
Got a lot of heart. Got a lot.
Yeah.
he has a lot of heart. So, yeah, a couple notable mentions, too, for Dog of the Week. Jack Biddle played a great game.
Yeah.
And then
16 rebounds.
Braden Lusek, too, for Underclassman of the Year. Those were our 2 runners-up for Dog of the Week and then Underclassman of the Week.
Yeah.
So, now we're going to talk about Week 2 a little bit.
Yeah, we'll probably skim through that.
Yeah, we'll just do a little.
All right,
Little
Bouchard
luck.
Bramley. How you boys?
Oh, yeah,
feeling?
how do you guys feel about that?
I've
Because
honestly,
heard
I-
Bouchard's missing Christian De Silva, who was,
Top scorer,
I
yeah.
believe, their leading scorer.
I think it'll be a good game because we had practice last night. We worked through some problems, and I think we're gonna come out stronger than last time. And I think we're gonna win. I'm
Yeah,
putting my vote on
underestimate
us.
no team.
I have not lost faith.
We'll bounce back. I'm ready for this game.
All right, I want to see you guys set your feet. I'll ride with you
Yeah.
boys. Let's go. Grasso, bully. Oh, sorry.
ND, what do you guys say?
I mean, for Bramley, y'all gotta lock. I mean, I think y'all lock in. The shots weren't falling.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
I talked to me about. He said he didn't have a nice warm up due to like some time difficulties. So.
Yeah, no, they like started the clock and then immediately the ref just blew the whistle and basically nobody warmed up.
Yeah,
so
I
it
saw
was just
that.
a rough start.
I mean, obviously, two-time record champion. You expect him to bounce back. You got the
Yeah.
team chemistry, so I think y'all got that.
All right, what do you think?
I think that if Team Bouchard plays the same way they did last week, I don't see how they can beat Team Bramley. Again, with Christian De Silva's absence, he was definitely a strong scorer for this team. Obviously, coming in with 13 points. Young Smith, 7 points. I think everyone thought that he was gonna show us something that we've never seen before in rec ball. So I think without Christian, and I think other guys are going to pick it up. I can really see it going both ways, but I think that you guys are hungry. I think you guys are going to want it more, so I'm going to go with Team Bramley.
Yeah, either way, it's gonna be a good game.
It will be a good
it'll
matchup.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
Our next game will be Team Grasso versus Team Bullio. I don't know.
I
Frank-
think this will be a
This
good
is
game.
also gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game.
Grasso actually impressed me with
Yeah.
how they played. I kind of underestimated them, and they came out and they battled.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
lost their game, but they still battled.
I mean,
And I think they'll match up well against Team Bully.
for me, really, all I'm seeing on Grasso is Cale Duggan, and I'm
Yeah.
not convinced they can beat this Bully team.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of off days on Bully, like I said before, and I think if they come back the way they can play, I think Bully is going to take this one.
Yeah, I'm with Wickline on this one. I think this is going to be a matchup nightmare for Grasso. I think you got guys like Josh Bullio and Dan Murjek. They're both 6 feet and up. Cale Duggan's probably 6 feet tall, so I think that he
Yeah.
can probably guard one of them. But whichever ones he's guarding, the other one's just gonna have a field day. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Team Bullio on this one.
I think-
agree with that one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to agree with you. Grasso definitely impressed me with their starting game, but I'm still going Bolio, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Grasso here.
Ooh.
Okay.
I was unimpressed with Bulio. I think that a lot of their guys came out. I expected a lot more out of them, and they just weren't putting up the stats that you need to win a game. So I'm taking the upset. I'm taking Team Grasso
I
here.
mean, I think it's gonna be a close game. You got Cale Duggan. I think KCP's gonna show up again like he did like last game. He gave you 10 points in the first week, so I think it's gonna be a really close game. But I got Bulio winning that one.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds a good game.
I didn't know this was the game, but I looked. My eyes lit up. We got the Doherty brothers playing against each other as coaches. So we got Team Mike Doherty versus Team Matt Doherty, and probably what will be the game of the week. I
100%.
feel like it has to be the game of the week.
Yeah.
Just first impressions. I mean, with players like Dylan and Yuvon, and the big three. I keep bringing back to
If
Sniper
Dylan
Willie.
plays the way he did, or if all of them play the way they
Yeah.
did, then they're winning this.
I
game.
think Matt. Just looking at it, I mean, I think Matt D. I think his team's gonna have the edge. Obviously, he has Dylan, who, in week 1 was the best scorer in rec ball, and, against Mike D. You got guys like Alex Donovan, who I think is gonna have to step up if they want to win this game. You got Sam Nelson, who was playing pretty good defense. So I feel like Sam Nelson's probably gonna have to guard Dylan, and I think that's gonna be a great matchup to watch this week.
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm going Team Mike D.
Team Mike D.
all the
Mike
way
D.
because I think Team Matt D, they had a pretty easy game. I mean, it didn't seem very intense either sides, and I
Yeah.
think they were pretty laid back. But I think Mike D's gonna bring some intensity that they just can't match.
They're
I think-
hungry. Mike D's hungry.
Yeah, Mike D's hungry, and I think they're more battle tested. Frankly, I think
Yeah.
Mike D losing to a
Like number
Bouchard
one
team to a
yeah.
Bouchard team by 17 points. It was 17 points, right?
Yes.
Yes,
But it was a
17
good
points.
game.
It was a good game. Again, the
a good
score doesn't represent how close it was. Yeah, I don't know. A battle tested Mike D team is definitely going to give a 5-point win of Matt D over a
they'll
Grasso
give him-
team.
yeah,
I think this is
game.
going to be a very even game.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to have to give the edge to Matt D. Again, Dylan, I don't see how they can lose, especially
Yeah.
with Yuvon and Sniper Willie as your second and third option. So
Yeah.
I think
rolling
this is
Matt
down
D.
to 2 people. I think if Nolan Lavery shows up
Yeah.
and he guards Dylan, I think that's a good matchup. And if
Yeah.
Alex Donovan or Jackson Kelly can figure out how to actually score some good points, I think Mike D's going to come out with a win.
Yeah, I think Mike D got this one. I mean, honestly, the question for Mike D, honestly, for the entire season, where is the offense going to come from? I think it's going to be Alex Donovan. Again, not the greatest week one, but he's going to start bouncing back with some shots. Jackson Kelly's going to start getting on the board with some points. He's already a great defender. So you're going to see a lot more aggressive intensity from them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your vote?
I'm taking Team Mike D. I think their defense. There might be some people fouling out in this game.
Yeah.
This will be an
this
aggressive
is,
game.
I feel like texts are going to be flying in this game.
100%.
This is kind of like an old Michael Jordan, the Bulls versus the Bad Boy Pistons. But frankly, I can't tell which one's the Bad Boy Pistons.
Yeah.
So this is probably like Pistons versus Pistons.
I mean, I just want to know what the speeches are going to be like before the game.
Yeah,
I know there's
seriously.
going to be a lot of trash talk between the Doherty brothers.
Yeah.
So.
All right, our next game I think is just as good of a game. Is going to be Hightower versus Cormier. Right off the bat, I'm gonna roll with my boys Hightower. I've been rolling with them all year. I'm gonna keep rolling with them. You got guys like Amog. You got guys like Billy. You got guys like Jake. With the loss of Harsh, I don't see a huge loss. I think this team can still come out and compete. I'm hoping that on Team Cormier's side that Namish will be there, because I think Amog versus Namish will probably be the best matchup of this
agree.
week.
Honestly,
I think
seeing Cormier play against a highly ranked Breen,
Yeah.
I think that can like scare a lot of teams. But Cormier played out. They came out and they played. They left it all on the court, and I know in the end they lost, but they gave a good fight and really put them on watch.
Yeah.
I'm taking Team Hightower. I mean,
Yeah.
we scrimmaged Breen, and we just played Hightower. And I'll tell you, in my opinion, I think Hightower's probably going to be the more dominant team. I think they have a really good pick and roll. Amog can work the ball really well, and they're probably going to come out with the win, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll take Hightower too. I was impressed by their game. I think Amog will come out.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to bring this team with some good offense.
I'm going to go take Cormier with this one.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
honestly, I think Ryan Payne, I gave you the ACLs. I feel like he's going to be the guy guarding Amog a lot of the time.
Yeah.
He's going to be pressing up a
That'd be a good
crazy.
matchup, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably a lot of fouls from him, but I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I think their defense is going to show up. I think Sam Vasana might have a solid game. If Noah Melly
Yeah.
can keep doing what he's doing, obviously,
Yeah.
that's going to be great. But it all comes down to side calls that he's playing.
Yeah, I want to see Namish, Ryan, and Noah come out and win this game for Cormier.
Yeah, I've seen Namish and Amog play at Haskell, and punches have been thrown, jerseys have been tugged, words have been said, and I'm really excited
I
for
want
this
to see this
matchup.
battle
So,
between the two.
our next game is
Meyer.
Meyer versus Hussein. I'm gonna have to give the edge to Meyer. I didn't really love what I saw out of
not much
Hussein.
said.
We're
Yeah,
just going
it's
Meyer.
We're just gonna go Meyer.
Meyer.
I
Is that-
think
Is that belt of the week?
no, that's
No,
not. No,
wait,
that's belt of the week. That's gonna be belt of
Oh,
the week.
yeah.
Not necessarily.
Actually, I'm gonna vote my belt of the week. I'm going to this game right here.
I'm
Meyer.
saying the
Meyer
same
versus
as
I think
belt of
Meyer's
the week.
gonna.
You think it's belt of the week?
I think it's
I'm
belt of the
taking
week.
Tremblay Calderoni belt of the week. I think Tremblay.
I don't know if Calderon. We'll get to it later.
Calderoni.
We'll get to it later. But I think we're all gonna go out Meyer right off the bat. But
Yeah.
I think Maddox Peterson versus Ryan Wheeler is gonna be a great matchup.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Next up, we got
Yeah.
Breen and Friedberg.
I think this honestly,
I'm going straight to Breen.
This is a good matchup.
this might be game of the week if you think about it.
Yeah.
I think Doherty versus Doherty, Hightower versus Cormier, Breen and Friedberg. This might be the best week of rec basketball we have. But
This is definitely a good week. Good matchups all the way around.
I think this will early on. I know the whole season can't be determined based on 1 week of rec basketball, but I think that this week can strongly support what will happen
yeah, I agree.
the rest of
yeah,
the season.
I
This
agree.
game, Breen versus Friedberg, 2 easily top 5, probably top 3, maybe even top 2 teams going against each other.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this: if we come out like we played, we dish the ball around a little more, we get everybody involved, we get everybody active in the game. I mean, we're winning this.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tough game, but my vote said Breen. And I think, honestly, this next episode we have, it's going to be pretty interesting because I think there's going to be a few upsets.
Yeah.
We'll have some interesting outcomes.
Yeah. One thing that I'll say is I feel like I'm gonna give the edge to Friedberg. I watched both games last week, and one thing I will say is that Friedberg played a stronger first half and Breen played a stronger second half. So I think it'll be a good game. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys were Friedberg was kind of joking around. I know they weren't playing a strongest team. They already built up a pretty big league. But I feel like Friedberg has to be locked in all 4 quarters.
Yeah.
And I know Breen's gonna come out locked in all 4 quarters. But I think if this goes to a 12-round fight, I think Friedberg's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, how many rebounds do you have? 15?
15.
And Jack
15
had what?
against Jack.
Jack had
Fields.
16.
That's
So
gonna
it's
be,
gonna be-
that's gonna be
This
a
is
good
a good
battle of the
matchup.
bigs.
This is
Battle
gonna be
of
a
the bigs
rebound
there,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
I mean,
interesting.
Friedberg, Breen, biggest team in the league. Friedberg, I wouldn't be surprised to say smallest. I mean, maybe
yeah.
not smallest, but we do not have a lot of depth at the big man. I mean, that's going to be a big
Yeah,
factor. in
No
this game.
seniors on that team.
No
as well.
seniors on the team either. Breen, pretty heavily. You know, you guys got like Jack Biddle, Tyler Nelson, Luke Miller,
Yeah.
that Kobe Ehrlich,
But Friedberg has a lot of fight.
Will Breen, Pat
Friedberg has
Breen.
fight.
Again, you guys, I think this is gonna be a great game. You, Ben Estefan, Brendan Payon, Ian Tylick,
Yeah.
Alex Friedberg, and then last game of the week is going to be Tremblay Calderoni.
Yeah, I mean,
I think.
I think even with Will Lake there, I think.
Is Will Lake going?
I don't
Do
know.
people
If he
remember?
does, then
I
I think
mean,
I
Tremblay.
know.
I'm
If,
just saying-
if Will Lake isn't at this game, belt of the week.
100%.
No doubt in my mind.
I mean, what I'm
Belt of the
looking
week.
at this like is Tremblay played a weak Hussein team whose number one player was Nate Schmidt, and now they're playing a weak Calderoni team whose number one player is Will
Got an easy
Lake.
schedule,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be like the same result as my opinion. I
Yeah.
think Tremblay.
I think Tremblay's going to come out. They're going to dominate. They're going to do
Yeah,
both what they
I'm
did.
taking Tremblay.
I think it's going to be led by, a great player in Karin Modov and great players like Henry Grandin and Nick Tremblay and So
It's tough to bet against Team Tremblay.
Yeah.
I like Team Lake, Calderoni. Obviously good coaching there, but I don't know if they can step up and beat this team.
Yeah.
I mean these stats from last week's games on Tremblay, they got everybody scoring
Yeah.
points.
yeah,
Like
they really do.
it's gonna be a tough game for Calderoni, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for watching episode 3. We had a great week last week. We're hoping for another great week this week. So this is all of us from Full Court Press signing off.